So the issue that we're seeing with some of these graphics from older versions of PowerPoint not showing in the Canvas viewer, there is an easier solution than trying to update the PowerPoints, and that's going to include using Google Slides, which is super simple. So here's a presentation, which I'm going to shrink this back down. Get in here. You can see that there's all these images in here. For whatever reason, when we go into Canvas, if I look into, I set up a temporary piece. So with this version here in the PowerPoint, when it loads, you can see that these images that are normally there, that one I actually created as a PNG, but you can see that the images are not showing compared to what they should be. So this image was not showing. This image is not showing. So you can go and right-click on those, save it as a picture, and then save it as a PNG, and then re-import it back in. But instead of doing that, that's a lot of work. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of PowerPoint. I'm going to go into my Google Drive here. So within your Google Drive, and once you log into your Maricopa Mail, you can just click on Drive here after you go to the application selector and go in. So I'm going to take that presentation here that has the pictures that won't show, and I'm just going to drag this to my drive. And we're going to see it down here uploading, and now it's uploaded as a PowerPoint. And you can see that as a PowerPoint viewed in Google Drive, the images are there. We just know that it won't show up otherwise. But now if we convert this over, say open with Google Slides, it's going to go ahead and convert these PowerPoint slides over to a slides presentation. And what we're going to do is, you can see that it imported the images. Everything looks good. You may need to update and change some fonts, or like here you can see that it didn't really get that whole thing in there. So there may be some pieces that you have to do, but not too much. But what we can do is, once we publish this to the web, we're going to grab this embed. We're going to set this for every minute. We really don't want it to auto-advance. Students will be done within a minute anyway. But you can go ahead and publish this. It's going to ask you if you're sure. And then it's going to give you an embed code. We can just say copy. We're going to close this down. And what's nice about this is I'm going to go and I'm going to create a page. Let's see, view all pages in Canvas that has this embedded into it. So this would be PowerPoint Viewer Issue Test. So what we need to do is, you would say view this PowerPoint. That would be your instruction to the student. Then we go into the HTML side, and we're going to just simply paste in all that iframe code, and we're going to save and publish this. Now, what's really nice about it is, watch what happens. You'll see Google load, and then all of a sudden we have this nice PowerPoint viewer, and all of the images already are showing within there without having to do too much work. And that works for all of the images that are within there. What's nice is, this is a dynamic link. So if I were to change, let's go back to the front piece. Say I saw something was spelled wrong and I want to change that. If I go back into my Google Drive and I were to go to the original slides piece here, say I don't want that at the end. This needs to be a different font. Let's make it Arial Black. We're going to spread this out, move it up here. I mean, so any of the changes that we make really quick, let's make this an 18. Let's make it actually bigger than that, so 30. So when I make those changes and I go back into my course, if I refresh this, it's going to pull the latest saved copy, and that's going to be true in anywhere that you've embedded this content. So now I haven't had to download, upload, or do anything. This is a dynamic link, and any changes that I make within the PowerPoint slides automatically happen to every instance. So if you had multiple classes that were using this one file, you would have to normally download the PowerPoint, make those changes, and upload it for each one of those classes. Here we have one slides presentation, we do the edit, and in every single one of these embeds, it's automatically updated. So that's just an option moving forward. The viewer may end up getting fixed, but this is an easier way than trying to edit the PowerPoints themselves, to convert them over to slides and use the embed feature to make sure that you have dynamic content that can be easily updated, and it also shows all your images.